How's it going, everyone? Thank you for stopping by. Today, I want to talk about the Twitter algorithm and how that's going to affect your growth in 2020 as a small content creator. But first, make sure that you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on more content about social media and streaming growth on Twitch, Mixer, DLive, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you're streaming on these days. I'm here to help. Let's get right into it. So, the first thing you need to know about Twitter is the algorithm is based 100% on engagement. Who do you talk to the most? The Twitter algorithm is there to make sure that the content that you're interested in is further up your feed than other content. So, how this works is if there's somebody that you really enjoy and you're commenting on their stuff and you're liking their stuff, that's going to show up much higher than somebody that you're not talking to very much. This also works based off of who interacts in your comment section, who you're talking to. If there's somebody that's popping into your comment section all the time and you guys talk to each other, get some good conversation going, their tweets are also going to show up higher on your feed. So, how can you use this to your advantage to start building up that engagement on your own posts? Well, the first thing that you can do is engage with everyone. I know I say this all the time, but it's really the only way to start building up your numbers on Twitter and seeing some results is if you talk to everybody that you can. Jump into comment sections of people you follow and who follow you as well and get some good conversation going. Don't do this in a way where it's obvious that you're just trying to farm some likes, but actually get in there and get to know people, and that not just in their own mind, but in the algorithm's mind on Twitter is going to place you higher on their priority list. So when they jump on Twitter, your tweets are going to be some of the first ones that they see. What's difficult about this is the Twitter algorithm loves to cut people from your feed very quickly. It's just, you miss a couple posts from them and they're just gone. You're not going to get them back unless you go to their profile and search them out and start engaging with them again and bringing them back into your feed. What I do to counteract this is I go up into the top right-hand corner of the app if you're on your phone, and you click those three little stars, and you can change your feed to show latest tweets first instead of an algorithm-based feed. So the algorithm isn't going to be controlling who you interact with as much, you have more control over it. You see every single thing that is posted that day, which means that instead of having to jump on every 5 minutes to try and keep up with everybody, you can go on a couple times a day and scroll through the last few hours of tweets in just a few minutes, as long as you're not following thousands of people, which is a bad idea anyways. As long as you have a reasonable amount of people in your following list, you can keep up with pretty much everybody on that list if you're just hopping in 2 or 3 times a day for maybe like 10-15 minutes. Drop some comments, get some conversation going. There you go. Everybody's caught up and you're not losing your reach. One of the functions of the Twitter algorithm is to keep you on that site as long as possible, to keep you just engaging over and over and over again, and they punish you if you take a break. But by turning that algorithm off, you can kind of cheat the system a little bit. So this whole thing that Twitter's job is to keep you on their site for as long as possible has spawned this weird urban legend myth that Twitter hides tweets that have links in them. And that's just not really true. In a way it is, because Twitter will automatically recognize accounts that are posting the same link over and over again, and it gets flagged as spam. So in that sense, that's possible, but really this applies to people who are just posting the same post over and over and over again with the same link over and over and over again. So if you're a content creator, either a YouTuber, Twitch streamer, Mixer streamer, like we said earlier, whatever you're streaming on, whatever you're creating content on, and you're posting links on Twitter trying to get people into that, as long as you're varying things and keeping it mixed up, Twitter's not going to hide those. What the problem is that most people don't know how to write tweets like this. What they do is they just throw a bunch of hashtags in, they don't make it very personal, they don't make it very interesting, and they try to rely on that link and the content off platform to bring people over there. What you need to do is create tweets that are interesting in their own right and then put a link to your content so that people want more of that. When you have some content for them to grab onto, they're going to be much more likely to click that link and go, ooh, I want to see more of that guy or girl. And then you can start seeing some traffic coming over. What you don't want to do is just throw a link out there with some hashtags and go, hey, we're live. Don't do that. It's not going to work. A good alternative to this is taking a clip from that content, whether it's your video or your stream, and uploading it with the link so that people have something to get them interested in that content. They know what's on the other side of the link, they know what they're getting into, and they know whether they actually are interested or not, rather than just hoping that they're gonna go, oh, I kind of recognize that guy, sure, let me see what he's up to. Another way to not necessarily beat the algorithm, but to just start gaining some more traction on Twitter in general, is to start timing out your tweets a little bit better. Using sites like Circle Boom or even Twitter Analytics, you can see when your most popular times are for your community and the people who follow you. You can then start scheduling your tweets around this to be a little bit more effective in your reach, so you're not just yeeting tweets out there and falling on deaf ears when nobody's around. And if you notice that they're going off at times when you're not really available, you can use a site like Hootsuite to start scheduling your tweets. That was a tongue twister. That was hard. But yeah, so use a site like TweetDeck or Hootsuite to start scheduling things out so you can be a little bit more effective in your reach. There's nothing wrong with scheduling tweets. You don't have to send everyone manually. So there you go, guys. There's some tips to help you use Twitter a little bit more effectively in 2020, start getting some more engagement and translating that over to views on YouTube, on Twitch, on Mixer. We won't go through all of that again. Whatever you're creating content on, I want you guys to start seeing some more growth from your social media profiles. If you have any questions about this, feel free to stop by Twitter, drop a comment, or drop a comment below. That works too. I check those. As always, I'm Sid Lance. Stop grinding, start growing.